And I look for everybody in the other link because YouTube would not let me in. I know that I heard that everybody having difficulty. YouTube. Anybody? Hey, Crystal. Thank you for coming in. I'm trying to go into the other one. I'm sorry. YouTube kept telling me live stream is not available right now. I don't know why. Because when I would click on it, hey Sherry, how you doing? When I would click on it, it would allow me to go in. However, I couldn't do anything. It wouldn't ever go live. Okay, so first one will come over. I'm sorry. I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good. Obviously, we're moving into Halloween. Halloween for me is really like it's 1 or 2 nights where I get to dress up, and when I dress up, I get candy. It's a win-win. And if I go trick or treating in the right neighborhood, woo, it's even better. Why? Because there are some houses that only cater to adults. So you can get wine or beer. Or beer or wine. That's pretty good, you know. Obviously they don't give away the hardcore stuff. Yeah, this is Las Vegas. I wouldn't put that past anyone. So that's for me the fun time of the year. I am working on my, as you guys see the picture that I'm loading into my thumbnail, that is my Victoria Moon. It is my fairy berries and bug. I know I showed you guys the picture before. If you like, you can go in and again you can see the thumbnail image. How's everyone doing tonight? How's everyone doing tonight? Yep, we're getting the party started. You guys know I have a co-host, my son Justin. Justin is his hours changed a couple of months ago, so he's not able to make every live in any longer. He does come, and sometimes he'll join because he'll come in halfway through. But you know, we can keep it going without him. I noticed though that the viewership is really up when he's here. I like for y'all to come and see me also. Did you guys see me cutting up the other day where I had my wine? I really only drink during like the diamond paint-a-thons and things. And a couple of people I noticed have made a couple of comments. Is this crafting or is this drinking? And so, for anyone who my festive spirits may have offended, I apologize. I just want to make sure I get that out. I had a ball. For me, diamond painting is it's just a ton of fun and it's a huge addiction. And I'm so addicted that I surround vacation time around the diamond paint-a-thons. So I was off the day before and the day after. Hi Brian, how are you? Thanks for coming in, checking in, and seeing how's everything going. So I take vacation before and after. I use it as a big unwinding session, and I love it. And so, because of that, I'm here. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not out and about. I'm not going to the club. But I did stock up Friday, knowing that Saturday and Sunday was going to be round the clock. And I pretty much made it around the clock. Like I went to, even though I might fall off, to sleep land, I made it to there's a couple that I'm going to go back and watch the parts where I fell asleep, but I made it to every, I'm trying to think if I missed, I believe I made it to the afternoon on Sunday. I fell out and it was hard. I was popping in, but I think I was forgetting some things. Uh, it is meant to be fun. And so I feel the same, but I felt the comment. I felt like it was like a little, So I said, yeah, I'm going to apologize. That is messed up. It's your business if you want. I had a great time, Cranes. I'm telling you, I was in here. I was enjoying myself. I don't know if you guys know my son. My son came in during, what is it, Tracy's Traveling Crafts. I keep saying pants. He came in during hers, and I'm sitting there, and I'm with the one eye open. And he said, "You are so dedicated." And I said, "Yeah." Yeah, and I took a sip, and he was like, "How about I take a sip with you? Let's do this." So then he went to bed, and I was still holding strong. I was holding strong. He ended up getting up halfway through my live, and he told me he wasn't drinking anymore. I said, "Oh, well, the day is almost over." He told me he doesn't think he's drinking anymore ever. So he's not big on drinking. Obviously, we're sitting here drinking berry wine. Berry wine. That's probably not as potent as other alcoholic beverages out there. And he can get tore up on wine coolers also. So just to kind of put things in perspective, I think he just had something a little stronger at the Halloween party, and then came home and was trying to tote back I think I was drinking Arbor Mist or Barefoot something. I had stocked up on a bunch of those, but I was having a good time. I enjoyed myself. So one of the things that I forgot to do because I wasn't yum coolers. I know they're so good. But nice. Hey, thanks for joining us. So one thing that I forgot, I wasn't expecting my baby to join me. I ask her all the time, "Do you want to sit in on a live with mom? I can introduce you. We can diamond paint together." All she hears is, "We can diamond paint together." And she's like, no, that's too much. My daughter, incidentally, she's a puzzler. She likes to puzzle. "Hey, Marissa, how you doing? Thanks for showing up. Rebecca! Hi, Rebecca. How you doing this evening?" So my daughter, I didn't expect her to come in. When she came in, she kind of threw me off a little bit. I had like a little program that I had outlined that I never ever kind of got back on track and did. So when I was going through and showing you guys the diamond painting pens, those are, I don't even remember if I mentioned, I hope I did, but they are Sadie's hand turned diamond painting pens. And if you go out to my YouTube page in the upper right hand corner, you can click the link. It goes directly through to her Facebook page. I do not sponsor or get paid for anything that I mention when it comes to her diamond painting pens. I just found a comfort niche the same way that we start to have our particular favorite with rounds versus squares, or with a particular manufacturer. Like Evermoment, how we, when it comes to squares, they're quintessential and we prefer them, but we will try others. I haven't gotten to the point yet where I've tried, any others, but I, have such an appreciation for the first few that I ordered that obviously I kept going back. It's like, when you discover Hanes versus Fruit of the Loom, and you keep wanting to buy Hanes. So that's where I'm at. In any event, I wanted to announce during the DP-a-thon that I was going to be doing another giveaway. Yeah. So Jeremy, how are you this evening? Look at it. Hi, Angie. How you doing? And Nina, how are you this evening? Thanks for showing up. So Sadie found a blank called, guess who got the Schoolhouse Rock, odd but nice? Yeah, I'm getting that. What else did I get? I've bought 3 pens this week. Just so you know, the pens that I purchased, they're going to be, but I am going to be hosting a giveaway. I am going to pick some blanks that you'll be able to kind of bid on. Anybody that knows how I do giveaways, I like to make it fun, and I like to do sort of a scavenger hunt because I'm all inclusive of the community. So I usually will refer you to another YouTube creator's video for an answer to a question. And then you will obviously have to come back to my video and you'll post outside of that video. After you post outside that video, there's usually 2 or 3 videos that you'll have to watch. And then I'll do a YouTube randomizer and I'll pick like so many random comments. And those will be like first prize, second prize, third prize winner. So just to kind of let you guys, there we go. Yeah, smash that like button. Woo-hoo! Hit that bell next to subscribe if you haven't already. So one of the things that Tia stopping in before I hit the bed. Hi, Laura. Oh, get some rest. Thanks for coming in. So I definitely wanted to make sure I, touch back on that. The giveaway, I believe, is going to be 2 pens. Yes, 2 Sadie's hand-turned diamond painting acrylic pens. Okay, I believe they're going to be. And we'll see, because I have to talk with Justin. Justin is in on a lot of like the gifts and things like that. But I believe I'm going to do a regular size diamond painting pen, not this particular one. I'm just using that to show sizing. So I believe I'm going to do a regular size diamond painting pen, and I think I'm going to do a mini. They call them pocket pals. And so with the holidays coming up, Thanksgiving and Christmas, a lot of us, they're going to have family over, they're going to be traveling. And I think the pocket pal is going to get a lot of use for this season. So I definitely wanted to make sure that I went over that and highlighted that so that everyone had the opportunity to get in on the fun. So there we go. That's the announcement. It's going to be 2 pens. And I do have an order coming in from Amazon. They are diamond paintings. They are holiday festive diamond paintings. A couple of them, do have like Santa and like reindeer, elves and things like that. The others are just like what I call seasonal. They show, things that are specific to winter. Snow, snowmen, trees, churches with snow-capped steeples and things of that nature. I'm trying to keep everyone in mind when it comes to, their tradition and how they celebrate during the holiday season. So I do plan to also have diamond painting in as well. So stay tuned. Make sure you guys hit the little bell notification, because one of the things that I plan to do is upload a video, and each video will have a clue. And obviously, I'll send you on a scavenger hunt to another YouTube creator friend. And then you'll have to answer something from one of their videos. So obviously, those videos won't be their lives, unfortunately. They'll be, one of their whipping chats or something that they talked about. Okay? So just shared your live in my Facebook group. Oh, thank you, Jeremy. That was very sweet. I appreciate that. Rebecca said, that is great to hear. So what did Brian say? It was, Rebecca, I'm doing good. Oh, I love you guys. I love this community. I really think that everybody in the community, we're just so tight-knit. So with that said, what did everybody take away from the Diamond Paint-a-thon? Besides the fact that, I had some festive snoggling going on, and I kept the spirits going. I hiccuped quite a bit, and I enjoyed every bit. I laughed at everyone's stories. You guys, I don't know how many people attended Karina's live, but woo, Karina's live when her daughter Liz and Megan, when they were talking about, their ghost hunting and how that was a lot for me. I was sitting there like, nope, that's not my world. I can't see me doing, oh, hell no. And then when she showed the picture of her back with the scratch on it, and before I could even say anything, I was telling my mom, and my mom had already said she probably got touched by one of them ghosts. So, yeah, I run from that kind of stuff. That's just a little too much for me. Angie Schultz says, I got to meet a lot of new and great creators. I definitely love that time when we're able to, come together. You guys know Marissa, she's in the room. She took an idea from Gigi Gigi has her own diamond painting channel, and she kind of brought it to life. And early on, she, had a vision, and the vision has worked. I like how, there are times when, we have a specific focus. We're doing an awareness. Other times it's just a fun focus. I will say this Halloween focus was definitely the most fun that I've had doing these, and I really appreciate everyone showing up and coming out. Hi, Yvonne. Yvonne said, hello, everyone. I liked and shared. There we go. I appreciate that. Rebecca says, I enjoyed this weekend so much. So much fun. Rebecca, did you have a chance to have some fun? You guys know Rebecca was pretty much the moderator extraordinaire. She worked all day Saturday and pretty much all day Sunday, and oh my goodness, she worked in some of the overnights, early morning. How much rest or sleep did you get, Rebecca? Because you were working pretty hard, and really appreciate it. Thank you to all that you did and how much you helped out. It was tremendous help. And I was watching, and all of us like, oh my goodness, she's working hard. And for Jeremy, your mod, Cassie Mize, she was on task. She was hitting the links up right as you were mentioning things. She had your, web page to different things where you guys have been. She was just really on top of it also. I really like that. Jeremy says, I worked all weekend with my brother and was unable to support my fellow creators. I feel bad. Don't feel bad at all. You definitely, reach out into the community. You help out. You were a presence. I remember saying that I wanted you there, and I think I was pestering you, and I'm sorry, but I just wanted you there because for us, we're trying to bring this community together. It's all types of individuals, not just, women, not just housewives, not just moms, not just retirees. But I feel like you and Peppers and Brian and David, and Justin, my son, you guys are becoming the face that shows that it's more than just, those women who are, in the community and things. You guys are helping us feel like, it's a range of people, and when they see you and when they see Peppers, and they say, oh, okay, this is something I can do as well. My son, at first, I think he was very hesitant to show his friends what he was doing, but he wasn't working on like girly things. He definitely is not going to be working on princesses and things because they're not in his wheelhouse, but he was doing cars, and he's doing animals. You guys know he loves wolves. He's doing cars. He's doing animals. He did the lion. He's taken some custom requests and things of that nature. And what that means is that people, his boys, they started to see it and say, oh, that's cool. That's cool. That's how he started getting those custom requests. But it's important that we see you guys. And so I'm glad that you were able to do it. Even if you could only be there for a period of time, you were still integral in the weekend. So thank you for doing that. Now I won't bother you again. Marissa says, it's okay if you weren't able to be there. That's what the playback is for. I'm watching ones I missed and rewatching ones that I was in to make sure I didn't miss anything. Aw. And Rebecca says, I crashed in the last 30 minutes of Becky's live and missed the first 45 minutes of Dave's live, but still made it to everyone. I can't believe it. You were awesome. Yvonne says, Jeremy was doing double digging duty. Yes, he was. Jeremy says, Sister Cassie's top-notch moderator in my book. She was on task. She definitely was. Hey, Nina. She's saying hi to you, Mimi. Mimi, I haven't seen you in a while. Where I don't see your comment. Let me scroll up. Hi, Mimi. There you are. How have you been, Mimi? Robin's DP and Craft. She says hello all and hugs. Oh. Okay. And Sherry says, I'm back. No worries. No worries. So with that said, I'm back to work. Going back to work was very difficult. I will say I had a great weekend, and I didn't want it to end. at all. It had to, but I didn't want it to. So because the weekend is over and I'm back to work and everything, I'm trying to embrace. If you guys are ever if you guys are ever like in my life, or I might need to just vent a little bit every once in a while. So we're just gonna do it. Can you guys see me? Are you guys getting the wheel, the hamster wheel? I haven't noticed that says your connection unstable. So I want to just make sure that you guys can see me. Everybody, somebody put a hand up and say, hey. There we go. I see you. Okay. I see you. We see you. Uh, Robin says, not anymore. Uh-oh. It's coming and it's going. Okay. I'm not sure what that is. Let me make sure. Oh, maybe I should not be uploading anything. I'm gonna make sure I'm not uploading anything. And we'll see if that's better. Okay. Hopefully that's better. I see you. Okay, Crystal, thank you. And it looks like my notice went away. So maybe I shouldn't have been uploading. So I'm just going to say this because there, when you guys are involved in an accident, most people understand vehicle code and the rules of the road. There are some who feel like if we are both traveling straight and I'm in this right-hand lane and it's about to end, if I put my blinker on, I can just get over. Just so you know, you can't. Vehicle code stipulates in every state that you have a duty to exercise due caution. So you have to make sure it's safe to get over. And even though you have your blinker on, even if the other person is looking you in your face, even if they are speeding and should slow down, and they roll their window down and the finger comes out, they're being, abnormal, rude, mean, but they are still the car in the lane, which means that they maintain ownership of the lane, and you have to either allow them to pass and get in behind them, or if you choose to continue going, you are the person that's at fault for the accident. There we go, Robbins. There we go. Butthead. So, when you have to have that discussion with your adjuster, please, when you're at fault, just, I think it's wrong to then say, well, they should have saw me. Well, they could have let me in. Well, I put my blinker on. Here's the other thing. If an officer comes to the scene or was nearby and views it, and he tells you, there's no one else you can go to change what the officer is going to say. So you're at fault. Just thought I'd, kind of give you guys a little tip in case anybody was wondering, because that's my day all day. Rebecca says, that makes me so mad when someone cuts in front. Can't stand it. Me either. At all. Here's the other thing. Oh, did I just do that on camera? I did. Technical difficulties. I guess maybe I shouldn't have got so into it. I did that on camera. I'm dancing with the diamonds. Is there a way to... Uh-oh. Looky. I'm glad I got a big moo-moo dress on, because I can pull them up. Hold on, guys. Sorry. Technical difficulties. Oh. I guess. Wow. Look at how many are in here. In a second. Coming back. In a second. How many of you saw that coming? Man, I didn't. I ain't got nobody out here I can blame it on. You know, when you want to point the finger at somebody and you just don't have it. Okay. Wow. Okay. Sherry said, that's so messed up. Robin says, that's right. The moral of the story is think ahead. Odd but nice says, desk back. Nina says, sounds like an escalation I had. Man, wanted a $305 room for $99. Not right. Those diamonds are so excited about getting on that canvas. I like that. Brian says, are you trying to diamond paint yourself again? I do all the time. All the time. I take them to bed with me. They end up in the bed. They end up in mysterious places. And now you guys see how. You know, all that drinking I did this weekend, I didn't do this at all. I need to get back on some Arbor Mist so that this doesn't happen. Okay. Anyway, I lost my train of thought. You guys recall what I was saying? That's what happens when you talk about people. They say, so I guess I'm going to stop and keep it moving. I think I was going to mention online dating. I need somebody to vent to about a show that I started watching with my mom. And the show is called 90 Day Fiancé the Other Way, or whatever, the one where they haven't got the K1 yet. Yvonne says, oh my goodness, it was not funny, but you gave me the giggles saying technical. If I had a sign, Yvonne, I would have put it up. Robin says, you get a break from Smurfing. Sherry says, oh dear, online dating. Yeah, Sherry, we got to talk about it. My PJs are long, and I don't know how they permeate through my PJs, but they'll be on my butt scratch. I'm like, oh, what's that? And my daughter will say, Mom, that's a diamond on my back. How did it get back there? Like, I don't diamond paint behind me. So yeah, they end up all over the place. I don't even understand it. Anyway, yes, we must talk about it because here's the problem that I see with the show. It's funny to me. It's very, very funny. Robin says, I had my first official live this afternoon. Well, I'm going to go and check it out. I can't wait. But Nice says, oh, you should diamond paint a sign with leftover diamonds. I think that would be a good idea. A sign that says technical difficulties in all of the colors. All of my leftovers. I don't know how I did that. I really don't. But we'll see. The diamonds were all lined up really neatly. I don't know how I messed that up. Anyway, moving over from there. So the show, 90 Day Fiancé, they have like 82 of them. Rebecca McClellan says, my brother met his wife online. They've been married since 2005. And Robin says, I think it's a good idea. Sherry says, it's not salty, it's diamonds. No, throw diamonds over your shoulder. Hello, Dawn. How are you? How you doing this evening? We are in here, and you just missed me. I just had a big kerfuffle, and I accidentally spilled all of these diamonds. So I'm sure my mother and the vacuum are going to have a ball. She says she likes to hear the sound of the diamonds as she's vacuuming them up. I think that is very mean. She giggles when it happens. like, that's very mean. So, um, yeah. So let's see. Oh, glad to be here. Well, we're glad to have you. And Robin says, I had my daughter read for me. Oh, I like that. That 90 Day show, I cannot believe how Caesar took that girl back. She just wants money, and it definitely is not that girl. Man, Angie, I feel the same. So, real quickly, just to bring you guys all in, online dating. People meet over particular apps and they get to know one another. And a lot of times they'll have relationships, over the internet for years. They may FaceTime each other, send one another pictures or whatever have you. I know you guys know that there's a show called Catfish, and Catfish is where you have these connections. However, you've never seen the person, and every time it's the opportunity to meet, for whatever reason, they never show up. And like Catfish, they always say the C word is next, which is horrible, but it does undoubtedly happen where they try to come up with some big terminal illness that prevents them from, being able to finally meet the person. Long story short, same thing is going on on the show 90 Day Fiance. Many of their counterparts, though, are overseas. They live in other countries. So it makes it even easier for them to, come up with the excuses as to why they can't see them. Many of the people that are in the States are doing things like sending money, and things like that over to the people because they feel bad. The people in the States, they think that they've met someone in this third world country that they're going to rescue in the name of love. The people in the other countries, they over there living their best life in their home country because we sending them money and we making them rich. And they over there looking good and living well like kings, but in their hometown. And then the people from the U.S. go over there and his tensions. People looking at him, weird and things like that. This one gentleman, Caesar, he's broke. He don't even have the money to send. He's a nail technician. And Caesar, unfortunately, has been dating his girl for 5 years, online only, and he only receives pictures. They have never FaceTime and actually chatted live and things. And she getting a check. She getting a mint from him. So some of his friends said, hey, listen, I need you to stop sending her money to come because she always takes the money and I had to do this and I got to stick this and, my neck is broke and my ankle don't work well and things like that. So he has a good friend that told him, don't send her the money, send her a ticket. He goes to send her a ticket. Unfortunately, he didn't have enough money in his account. The ticket doesn't go through. Now he looks like the bad guy. She wasn't coming anyway. She didn't even tell him. You should have. This ticket that you sent doesn't work. She didn't even do that. Long story short, he finally felt like maybe she's been using me after 5 years. In any event, he missed her. And oops, that didn't go well. In the event, he missed her. And and he wanted to see her. And so what ended up happening was he started calling her. She said, I need another check. He sent her out another check, and they're back together. So that's why I'm mystified right now. Sherry says, there's nothing wrong with online dating. I just haven't had much luck. I'm glad your brother is happy. Angie says that Angie and Michael is wrong too. He just wants to come to the U.S. and see Donald. Oh, you know what, Angie? You're not going to like what I'm about to say, but I'm going to say it. They're my favorite couple. And I hope he comes. And I hope he meets Trump. And I hope he gets a spin-off show. Michael. That's Angela, by the way, guys. Michael. Oh, you're not going to be disrespecting me, Michael. And Michael says, Michael lives in Nigeria, just so you guys know. And Michael says, I want to meet Trump. He's a brilliant man. He's a brilliant businessman. I think I can learn a lot from him. And Angela showed up with everything she could find. Donald Trump, boxer shorts, socks, a hat, and they put him, this Nigerian man with little gut, and he's not skinny, in these little tiny American Donald Trump outfits, and he wore the whole thing, everything she got him all at once. I love them. That poor man. I've had a few fellows wanted me to send money. Really, Sherry? Would you guys do it? That's a great question. Would you guys do it? You've been talking to someone, you guys really connect, you're not having so much luck. There's not a lot of opportunity. There's not a lot of availability to date like it is online. And so you meet someone. You guys have a connection, and next thing you know, she says no. Okay, Marissa, that seemed like a oh hell no, but okay, I'll take it. um, so the consensus is no for the women. Okay, what about the men in the room? You meet someone online, you're connecting. Are men more compassionate than women? Sherry's Creative Niche says, I didn't send it. They were asking by our third conversation, and Marissa said it was supposed to be nope. Oh, okay. Well, it looked like no. Okay. So the reason why I am asking is I know that anyone that has known me for a while and been to some of my lives, I always said when my daughter turns 18, I'm going to venture back out and I'm going to start dating again. I've been working on me. I was very successful in losing some weight. And so I wonder what's out there. That show will keep you from going back out. So I'm trying not to let it mar me, but I do. It's like a guilty pleasure. I'll sit here in diamond paint and I'll laugh. And I can't wait to hear Michael. Soon as Angela comes on, I stop everything I'm doing and I can't wait. I hope they get a spin-off. Angela and Michael are hilarious. Angela's 53, by the way, guys, and Michael is, I think, 30 or 33 or something. And she went to her grown daughter, and asked her daughter if she could have one of her eggs. Because in Michael's culture, he is expected to have a child at some point in his life. And his mother pretty much asked Angela, would she let him procreate and have a baby with another woman if she couldn't? And so she literally went to her daughter and said that she would like her eggs. She wants her eggs. She can tote the baby because she has a beautiful uterus, as she's been telling everyone. But she would like to borrow one of her daughter's eggs. And her daughter said, oh, hell no, because they're my eggs. That would be my child, and I'm not giving my child away. And mom is kind of butthurt because I don't think that she understands that. I think she's looking at it like, help me do this for Michael, so Michael doesn't cheat on me. Because Michael's going to get here. He's going to get with Trump. Trump's going to teach him how to grab, women. And they're going to run off. They're going to start all kind of business and stuff together. And I don't think that Michael's going to have much time for Angela. But I can't wait to see the show and how it plays out. I would love to see them get a spinoff. Angie says, my mom didn't meet him on any dating site either. Just starting to talk in lives was a build up for me. Oh, really? But nice. I'm not dating someone I can't see and talk to. I like how you put that. It's very difficult. Rebecca's talking to Sherry and says, and they all seem to be widowed, whichever the man is called. Okay, I missed something up above that sounds good. Oh, Angie said her mom is being catfished, and me and my sister told her, but she is still talking to him, so I'm going to block him on her tablet. Ooh, don't say that out loud. Don't tell her out loud. Ooh, y'all got a good conversation going on. I didn't see any of this. I'm glad that you didn't send it, Sherry. I really don't think you should have. Rebecca said her sister has that problem too. She connects with so-called military guys that seem to always want money or her bank info. Oh my gosh, y'all going through some things. Y'all, I might not go back to dating. I'm scared because I don't know, but I think I would scare a man. I really do. I'll go to the store and get her some eggs. Go ahead. She doesn't need those kind of eggs, Robin, but she does need some eggs so that she can have a child at 54 because she has to get pregnant now to have the baby at 54. Um, Nina says, I've always said that if anything happens to hubby and I'm not getting another one, I will have friends with benefits if it gets to that point. Oh, you guys. And Crystal says, when I met my husband online, I flat out told him I spend it as fast as it arrives in my, what is that, pony? I don't know what that means. He knew not to ask me for money. Uh-oh. Um, but Nice says, for real, Angie? Yup. Dang autocorrect. That's supposed to be pocket. Oof. I was hoping it wasn't something else. Crystal, I'm glad that you clarified that. Sherry says, I had one military man get belligerent because I would go to Colorado with a $400 place. I wouldn't go to Colorado with a $400 PlayStation for his kid. Oh, y'all are really teaching me tonight. Robin says, no, no, no. Heck no. Don't ever give anyone your bank info. Me too. And Angie says, yes. She said he has not asked for money, but she has only talked to him for 2 months, and she said he is coming to stay 2 weeks with her in December. Hell no, he is not. You ain't got no little babies. Just put the checkbooks up, put all the extra credit cards up, and keep them away from the babies. That's, she probably need to go hiking with them. Rebecca says, oh my God, Sherry, sounds like the guy my sister was talking to. That's crazy. Hey, you know what, Rebecca and Sherry? What if y'all are talking about the same guy? Just saying. Rajul, how you doing? I just stopped to say hello and love watching you and hosting. But I need to get a good night. Love watching you. Stop back in next week, okay? Thanks for coming in. Odd but Nice says, dear Lord, to Angie. Nina says, love that man, but Lord, he drives me crazy. I get germophobic, OCD about everything. And there's only one way, and it's his way. Nope, won't have another one. I don't blame you. And Robin says, yup, Tia, that's it. Rebecca says another red flag that my sister seems to miss is that after about a week, they are proposing to her. She eats it up. I'm over here like, hell no, red flags. Yeah, that's a red flag. And that's what that show focuses on. Like, these people have met online. They plan 1 week over somewhere in another country. And it's like this huge expectation that by the end of that week, they're supposed to propose before they go back. I mean, it's a huge expectation. Every time they speak to someone, it's almost like, I don't even know if I could see myself proposing. I mean, we still have 5 more days together. What? I'm confused. Like this is a ring on the end of a carrot that they're dangling, and that's supposed to be the ultimate ending. Yeah, but I'm hooked. I watch the show a lot. Angie says, I will be there to make sure he is not staying there. My mom is 73 and this guy is in his 50s. Robin says, me too, red flag. That would be funny. That guy is still trying to get that PlayStation for his port. Well, Sherry, Christmas is coming, so he gonna turn up the love. Nina says, right, Rebecca? Rebecca says, did he go by the name Michael? Uh-oh. And but Nice is putting out, that's a red flag for real. I'm telling you guys, I'm telling you, this online dating thing is so different than when I was out there years ago. It's a new ball game. Like you're meeting people online, and then their expectation is to, come up with whatever story they can to get your money out of you, and then when they play on your, sympathy. That's the guy Michael. His name is, the guy Caesar. The lady really plays on his sympathy. She says stuff to him like, "Fine, if you don't care how I live, if you don't care that I'm in a, what did she say? She was in a war torn community or something like that." So he looks it up. He looks it up because he was going to come and visit her, and she told him it was all this war torn, strife and things going on. And so he goes online, he makes a couple of calls, and he says, "I checked. And the atmosphere, the military atmosphere, and the terroristic atmosphere seems to have calmed down. There's no warnings, there's no bans on anything. Travel should be great. And if we stay to, the tourist side," and then it was something else. She's, "I don't want to be with you anymore. I don't want," anytime she gets called out on something, yeah, she threatens to break up with him. But he's really in love with her because of her pictures. I really don't even think that it's her. So we'll see. I mean, he's back on the show talking to her. I thought he was off. He was crying and things. Definitely, I don't know. I don't know. It's me and my babies, and I take care of them, and so I don't know about a lot of this stuff. I feel like when it comes to dating, I'm a newbie, and I don't know if I would do it, right. I definitely don't think I'd be doing it the way that I see it being done on TV. Um, so I don't know. I'm worried, but I do plan to, try and get a date or two, go out to dinner or something like that. I don't know when I'll fit it in because I don't think that I've met anybody that's interesting enough to take me away from my addiction that I have going on right here. Sherry says, "I don't remember. It was about 4 years ago." And Rebecca said, "If so, it's the same dude." Rebecca said, "Oh, okay. This one was a year ago with my sister. Only remember his name is because it's my brother's name also." Robin says, "I wonder if he would do that to a poor girl." And Odd is telling you guys, these are red flags. Definitely red flags. That's plural. Angie says, "I think Caesar is blind. He don't see no red flags at all. He definitely does not see any red flags. And he has too many people telling him, why does she only ever ask you for money? How often do you just sit and talk and there's no request?" They don't talk until right before she asks for him to send money. And he will move heaven and high earth. He has been borrowing advances against his paycheck. He's going to work in this nail salon. He's going to work there until the boss passes away, probably, because he's so in hock. His electric bill is due, but he took money that could have been paid towards the electric bill and sent it to, she supposedly lives in the Ukraine. Just to let you know. Um, I think that it's just pictures that she's sending to him. She probably live around the corner. She probably watch him leave every day. Uh, so Rebecca says, "Neat." Oh, she's talking to Sherry. "Remember, my sister is named Sherry and my brother is named Michael. Uh, Same as your brother's name." Nina says, "Lord have mercy. I make $10 to $12 an hour. I couldn't be a sugar mama. I need a sugar daddy." Just kidding. My husband is awesome. uh, uh, Sherry says, "I remember you telling me your sister name is Sherry and your brother is Michael." Yeah, that's a big coincidence, you guys. What if your brother Michael was the one for I'm going to stop now. I'm just going to say, what if your brother Michael was the one fooling Sherry? But I'm just joking, guys, having fun. Robin says, "Oh, uh, so is a gold digger." Yeah, I agree. Rebecca says, one of my biggest problems I have is that I have trust issues. I don't trust anyone. My sister, on the other hand, is the opposite. She believes everyone till they give her a reason not to. Aw. Odd says maybe Caesar is red, green, colorblind. Nope. Even if he was, that wouldn't make up for how stupid he is. He's just stupid over this woman. I mean, he refuses to see anything other than he's in a relationship. That's all he care about. He likes to show her picture and just tell people, this my girlfriend. That's what he there for. This fool ain't never FaceTime with her. He showed up. Where did they go? To Mexico or Cancun or something? He down there with chocolate flavored underwear, like like she's coming to try these on, because the only conversation you guys ever have is, oh, I need money because it's war torn and I gotta cross the street. We can't get eggs, So he thought she was gonna show up, and he bought some of the craziest stuff. He looked the fool sitting there in that room looking at everything. He started crying. I think he had that real moment, and it lasted for a moment. That was it. He was back thinking, I got to figure a way to get her back. So really, the show has me, I'm hooked. I really am hooked. But it's this online dating. The other thing that I wanted to mention and ask you guys about the online dating is, how come when the people show up, there's always this disappointment when they see the person, and they always say things like they look different than their picture. Then they show the picture on TV and it be looking like the picture 12 to 15 years old. So let's talk about that. What's going on with when someone submits a picture or signs up with, how come it's the old picture? It's like how I think I want to look and not how I actually look today, yesterday, or tomorrow going down the street. I just need to know that when you set up your online dating profile, it's, I know you're going back, but how far back do you guys go? And Angie says they only text after 5 years. You should see each other. Poor Caesar. Odd but nice says, poor soul. He think he's seeing gold, but he's looking at stuff. Odd, I think that you have worded it perfectly. Nina says, be right back. Hubby is in Dallas helping restore power, and he's sending snaps. Aw. Robin says, AM candy. Sherry says, same here. I don't trust anybody. I couldn't see me using my rent money. Exactly. Or my electric bill money to send to someone I don't know. I wouldn't send it to someone I do know. I'm just going to put it out there. I'm telling you right now, if you and me are supposed to be dating and we show up at a restaurant and you tell me you ain't got it, your ass going to sit there and watch me eat well. I'm going to eat so good, and I'm going to say, why ain't you bring no money? Because you don't have to pay for me. But don't expect me to pay for you. We can go Dutch them first few times. And I'm not looking for someone that can take care of my bills or anything. So I will eat well. I'm not even playing. I'm gonna. Do you think that that's something that should be discussed before you guys go on a date? Who's paying? Or is it the person who suggests let's go out? Or hey, what are you doing? Should they pay? And what if the person that's always suggesting let's do something this weekend, should they should the other person then jump in and say something? Those are pretty interesting questions. All right. How about this? This is melon. Oh. Oh. I'm moving on. Let's see. Everyone laughed at Caesar, all his sex stuff for the next time. Yeah. Angie, I couldn't believe he brought all of that stuff. Dawn says, what show are you watching? I think I need to watch it too. Dawn's, we are talking about, it comes on TLC, and it is called 90 Day Fiance. We are talking about the one, because they have three of them. They have 90 Day Fiance, 90 Day the Other Way, and 90 Day something else. So the one that we're referring to is the one where Michael and Angela, Caesar, and I forget some of the others, Zayed and Rebecca, they are on that show. Um, they have gone down to meet the person that they've been talking to, and the goal is that they would determine how successful they could be in a relationship. Someone may, propose, and they'll be engaged, and then the American will come back to America and apply for the K1 visa. After the K1 visa is successfully received, then they go on to do my 90 Day Fiance, because you have 90 days with a K1 visa. So they're here in the country 90 days, and then from there, you try to see if it's a success. And then I think after that, it's called the other way. So that's my take. I'm not 100% sure, if I have them, because I started watching one. I didn't watch them all. And the one that I'm watching it's got me hooked. It has me wanting to watch them all, but somehow or another, I think that the one I'm watching, they're going to move on to the regular 90 Day Fiance. So we'll go from there. Angie says, what is that woman's name that is with her? Rebecca. Yes, she's still married, and she is a trip and a half. She is a trip without a plane ticket. Jeremy says, I always pay. For real? Is it because you always ask, or is it because you're the one that's always maybe making the plans, or regardless, if someone invites you, you still offer to pay? That's pretty noble. And Rebecca says, that's because you're a good man. Yeah, that is. But we want you to be treated special as well. You should get a night where you're pampered and you are taken out, and your whatever you want to do, it's taken care of. It's paid for. You want to go hunting, your fees and your blind, all of that is taken care of. Uh, Jeremy says, heart, Rebecca. Abba Nice says, I'm a crafter. Can't afford a person. And I agree with that. That's what I just said. Like, all of these things that I'm watching and hearing these stories about how men so freely ask for money. When I start, dating, I don't know. Because right now, when I got extra money, I want to buy a canvas or a diamond painting pen, but I don't ever think, oh, I wish I was out. I don't ever think that. That's like the last thing on my mind. I don't miss anything. When I get to a point where, Hallmark, they have their romance, I'll watch Hallmark and I'll say, oh, then real life will hit, just turn on TLC, and then I'll be like, ooh, I'm glad I'm not dating. I'm glad I'm single. And after that, the moment passes. It really does pass. So, moving over from there. Sherry says, I always brought money with me just in case, but if he offered to pay, I said, okay, thank you. Dawn says, oh, that was probably for Jeremy. Rebecca's laughing. And Odd says, it's true. Sherry, to go back to what you said, my father used to tell me that all the time. He used to tell me, you go out on these dates, you always have enough to take care of you, have enough to get back home. So I like that. That's definitely, something worth repeating. Robin says, the KY visa, I think it's called a K1 visa. But again, I just started watching the show. I've been watching it for maybe a month, and I'm already hooked. But I believe they're saying K1. And it's a visa to where, if you have a fiance in another country, you're getting 90 days to kind of bring them here. It's like an extended vacation visa, but it's only good for 90 days. Crystal says, I always offered to pay. He would not let me. He gave me the evil look. He is 38. I am 28. So I think it might be the age difference, or he is just a gentleman. I think he's a gentleman, Crystal. Some men were raised that way to where they feel like they should definitely, extend the offer to pay. There's nothing wrong with that. Jeremy says, I was raised, you pay. To take a woman out to dinner, you open their door, pull their chair back. All right, then. I agree. But, the younger generation, and then, like I said, we were talking about, online dating. And so it's hard in the online dating and on an app to see how chivalrous a man is if he asking for money, if he if he's asking for you to get that PlayStation for his kid. It's real hard to see chivalry at that point. Sherry says, "Oh, what a sweetheart, Jeremy." Uh-oh, they're going to be blowing up my boy tonight. Y'all better leave him alone. Sherry says, do you have any single brothers? Here we go. I just said, and Robin's at Jeremy. Oh, you are so sweet. Here we go. Marissa says, love y'all, but I'm headed to bed. Have a good night, all. Good night, Marissa. Have a good night. I'm sure I'm a little behind. Angie says, they say women are gold diggers, but that is not what I am seeing on TV. Guys want money and they want to come to the USA. That is definitely true. It's big. Thanks all. Hope you all have a good night. You too. Exactly, Tia. That's what my dad said. Oh, my dad was big on that. You leave up out of here, you going on a date, make sure, because he told me what you going to do if the gentleman get fresh. So I told him, Dad, what's he gonna do if I get fresh? um, that's how bad I used to be. That was before momdom, but he did. That was a rule that he had. You leave up out of the house, you better have enough to get yourself back home. You going out somewhere? Don't get embarrassed. Have enough to always pay your own way. So that's essentially where it comes from. But I do think about that, a lot. How times have changed. It's been a long time since I've been in the dating environment and things, and so yeah, I think I'm going to ease back into it, and it's not gonna be the day after she turned 18. I definitely feel like I don't know if I don't want to make poor dating decisions around my kids. That's one thing that I definitely don't want to do. I don't want to date someone um, that I get to arguing with, or we moved too fast, and now I've brought them in too soon. Because I think that can happen. I think that those are natural reactions when someone is maybe a little lonely, and they're tired of being on their own and things. Pardon me. So I don't want to do that. Like I said, I don't want to make poor decisions, especially because I have, two kids and things. My son, I'm trying to raise him to be a strong man. And yes, dad is around. Dad is very involved. I don't want to take away from that. But, I'm still the primary residential parent. And what I do, on a daily basis is more scrutinized than, when they see dad every weekend or every other weekend. So I have to be wise in my choices when it comes to dating and how I choose to date. Does anyone else feel the same? Ooh, y'all, I just got that. KY is a jelly. That's why I said I think it's K1. Robin says the cool thing is my son is 19 and autistic, and he knows better than to hit a woman. I'm proud of him. That's good. That's really good. Yeah, I think that's a great way to raise a kid. My son, he took 2 beatings in school, stepping in when some guy, he was getting, I don't know, he was getting out of pocket with a girl, and he was pushing her into the lockers and stuff. And my son kind of stepped in. He's very shy. You guys, know Justin. He's very shy. He's introverted and things like that. He steps in and says, hey, calm down, just give her some space and, talk to her later. And he got kicked in the face and things. He got his cheekbone. The cheekbone was broken. It was fractured. So, and he looked like a different person because his face was swollen out. So, yeah, that's happened. And then, he broke up a fight with a guy and a girl, a physical fight, not just a guy shoving the girl, but a physical fight. And my son told me it looked like the girl was winning. Yeah, he got kicked in the face, Sherry. It was bad. But yeah, the guy was some kind of martial artist or something. He flipped around. He kicked him in the face. But, he was doing the chivalrous thing. He was pushing the girl into a locker in the school. So, I don't know. But another time he tried to break up a fight. It was outside of the school. He came home. He had on khaki pants. He came home. They were ripped off from the ankle all the way up to the other side and the ankle. And I said, "What happened to you?" He said a girl and her boyfriend were fighting, and he, stepped in, kind of break it up because it looked like they were going down to the ground. And he said the funny thing is she was strong. I think she was winning. That was the last time when he had to replace his own pants. So, but hi Monique, how are you? Robin is laughing so hard. Probably at that craziness, Sherry. That's terrible. Yep, it is. And Sherry, yep. So his face was out here. Oh, I can remember it. It just tore me to pieces. So, yeah, I get that. But that's definitely something that I think about. Making poor choices and bringing the wrong person around. When I date, I want my kids to see, oh, look at mom. Mom waited, mom made some pretty good choices. And now look how, happy she is. She's getting to do some things that she's always wanted. She looks happy. She's going places. He looks like, he's a good fit for her. So that's pretty much what I would like for them to see. I don't want them to see me getting to know someone and, oh man, what was I thinking? Ooh, he sure is loud. He sleeps too loud. He snores, or, oh my goodness, I wasn't expecting him to spend like this. His habit is too much for the bank account. We can't both have habits. I'm gonna tell you that. I got a bad habit, my diamond painting. My son gave me money today. He gave me money. He left it on my craft station. And I said, "What is this for?" He left it up under here. So when I came to diamond paint, I said, "Justin, what is that for?" He said, "It's for you." I said, "For real?" He said, "Yeah, look at that." And I said, "For what?" "So you can get what you want, And I said, "Diamond paintings?" He said, "Yeah." I said that, because my birthday's in December. That's not my birthday gift. Ain't that mean of me? I didn't think about it at the time. It did come out though. But yeah, I would like for my kids to see me happy, and they do things to make me happy. He is a diamond painter, so he knows that there's some releases coming out, and I believe that is to help me this weekend with the new releases. So just so you know. Monique says, "I'm good. My boyfriend was over yesterday." Oh, so you had some fun. Okay. Jeremy says, "I was raised to respect women, and I'll put my hands on." And I think you mean, and not to put your hands on them, but um, that statement could go a whole other way. So I'm laughing about the KY. I bet you are. I said K1 though. So Karina, and Sherry says, "What a sweetheart. Nice, Tia." Oh, that's a good boy. Wow. Yes, Robin, he definitely is a good boy. And like I said, I was shocked. I sat down and I was like, "What is this?" Because I don't carry cash. I definitely don't. I text him. That's why my phone is right here. And I text him and I said, "What is that?" When he said it was for you, and I said, "For real?" He said, "Yeah, you get you some." I know what that means. Get you some diamond paintings. And he said, yeah, but I feel bad because I sure did say, this ain't my birthday gift, is it? And he said, no, I know your birthday is coming up. That's not what that's for. But Diamond Art Club has some new releases coming. And I said, oh, what a good son. That's why I like having a son that diamond paints with me. He understands the addiction and he enables it. That's what we all need. Somebody that enables your addiction, right? Oh, Nina says, sweet boy. Jeremy said, good man, Justin. Take care of mom. Exactly. That's right. Yes. So he understands the addiction. And I'm so happy. So with that said, that was my week. I've been watching that show now for almost a month. Um, I really am. I'm caught up. When I first started watching it, I think I started watching halfway through, and it intrigued me, and so I went back and I watched the episodes that I had missed. And boy, boy, oh boy, all I can say, online dating is amazing. It really is. I like the aspect of, being able to meet people all over the world, getting to know people. I don't like the aspect of the need. And I don't also like wondering, is there an ulterior motive? So I think Angie brought up no hands on women. Jeremy got that one. uh, so, what I don't like about the aspect is wondering, like, once the person gets over, what occurs. So Rebecca she's been on she wasn't on the show before, but she's online dated before with someone from Morocco. She brought the person to the United States. She did everything. She did the K-1 visa. They actually ended up married. When he got to the States, he started to cheat on her. And to divorce him, she has to take care of him for 10 years because she brought him to the United States and she basically inflicted him on the United States. So you have to be certain that when you bring somebody over here and you enter down this path, that it's the right thing. It's for the right reason. And that's the only thing that I don't like about the show is that you have people on there. It looks like they're just in it just to say that. Yeah, ouch is definitely right, Robbins. When she said that, here's the worst part. Rebecca is a private eye. She's a private investigator. So she didn't do her duty and her diligence on the first guy. So she definitely has done her diligence on the second guy. He's young. I don't know how old she is, 46, something like that. He's 26. She definitely now looks her age, but she sent him pictures of her from 15 years ago. And so when she got off the plane, his friends started laughing at her and him when they seen her because she don't look anything like the pictures that she sent to him. That's embarrassing. I wouldn't want that moment to be shared, whether it's on TV or whether the guy I'm dating or met online, whether he had that moment with someone, some of his friends and things like that. So yeah, I was embarrassed for her, when that occurred. But they chuckled. Same thing happened with Angela and Michael. Michael said the same thing about Angela. He referred to her one interview as, I always respect my elders. And she flipped out. Michael, I'm not going to take this disrespect. She said, she said he was being disrespectful because he said he always respects her elders. And she felt like he was calling her old. You're 53. He's 30. You are old. So it's things like that occur on the show that just cause me to be addicted. Crystal says my 6-year-old son diamond paints with me when he comes home from school. So precious, so precious. Robin's diamond painting and craft says, can she send him back? No, she can't send him back. Robin says, thanks, I'm 54. Robbins, don't take it that way. We all about the same age, but she is saying this in regards to her 30-year-old boyfriend who made a comment to her about respecting his elders. I hear that all day long from um, I hear that all day long from the people that I work with. Yes, ma'am, ma'am. I want someone who finds me to be attractive now, not from a pic I sent of me 15 years ago. I agree. That's the point I'm trying. Like, I don't understand what that the purpose of that is. The other thing that I don't like that they do on the online dating, what is the point behind all of these filters? Like, these filters change how you look and your outward appearance. They like improve it. But again, I seen a girl. I'm just gonna call it out. Um, I seen a girl online. She had a filter of herself, and she had it, from a top angle to where it showed her face. She had on like a tank top. It was cropped. Um, her stomach was, flat, and then she had on like biker shorts. And she took all these pictures all day long, and she had it looked like that filter on, a little cloudy filter that comes when you're, doing your own selfies and things. Long story short, another person was at the same venue, and they took a picture of her and they posted it on their page, and people were like, "Who is that? What do you mean? She's been posting pictures all day." Nobody knew who it was. The filter took off the muffin top that she, had that was hanging over. The filter took off and slimmed her face and probably took another 30 or 40 pounds off of, the neck area and the arms and things, to the extent where people were asking who he was posting a picture with. And she had been posting all day of herself with the filter. That's, the concept behind online, dating. Like, people are putting up pictures that are either really old or they filtered. And so when you meet the person, are you truly meeting the person? Those are some of the questions that Nina says, well, hell, what kind of reaction are people expecting when they finally meet? No one looks like they did 15 years ago. That's setting yourself up. Crazy. Exactly. And then she looked like upset and, forlorn when she was sitting there wondering, could it be my looks? I wonder, how he feels about me. Angie says, is she going to keep bringing guys over from different countries? That Rebecca better open her eyes uh, and stop. Zayed gets jealous and angry very easy. That would make, well, I don't know. I'm going to be honest. I don't think that if her and Zayed don't work out, I don't think that's going to stop. She went shopping in the same app for Zayed that she met the last guy in. So, yeah. And her only change was, well, I'm a private investigator, and this time I plan to do a better background check. She did a background check. Zayed doesn't work. I have a job at all. There's nothing to lie about there. I don't have any money at all. So, and she knows. He incidentally, he asked her for, what was it, $300 in his country, and she gave it to him. And then after she gave it to him, she got upset about what he wanted the money for. She thought he had like a habit or something. And the funny thing, guys, he took the money and bought her a gift with her own money. oh, oh, oh. And Angie says, or they steal people's pictures. Yeah, they do take people's pictures off of the internet. They take the pictures that of people. I think that's more insulting than just putting a filter over it. At least a filter, you're trying to enhance yourself. But when you take a picture of someone else, you're saying something's wrong with my looks, to the extent that I need to be someone completely different. So I definitely don't like, that aspect of it, where, they steal a picture of someone else. So those are just, different things you have to really look out for. Are they working? If they're not working, what do you see in that person? Like, I would wonder, how do you get through life? Angie says he wants to live off of her. Yeah, I would. He's 26. She's not. What else do you expect someone of that age to want to do for you? You guys, I know you know who Darcy is. Yes, brought her a ring with her own money. Yeah, he did. Robin says very carefully. Nina says sugar mamas, laughing my ass off. Yep, Nina, sugar mamas. Do you guys think there's anything wrong with that? If you worked all of your life and you are very successful, and now you are sitting back and it's time to spend your the fruits of your labor, someone who may not have been able to be as successful or build themselves up yet, would you find it easy to share the fruits of your labor with someone younger than you? Oh man, this is just sliding around. With someone younger than you, or would you find that you needed to, if you were going to share, it needs to be someone in the same age range as you? What do you guys think about that? For me, I will say that I would help. I would help finance a dream. I said help. I will not be the sole benefactor ever, but I will help someone become successful because I feel that you can see potential in someone and want to help them get on their way. What I don't do, I don't loan, and the reason I don't loan is because I think it was my dad. I can't remember, but I know I learned a long time ago. If you can't afford to just give it away, don't loan it, because when it comes to expecting it back, when it don't come in a timely enough manner that you want it to come in, you know, you have to think about, is that doing something to you? Is it changing who you are? Is it changing, your relevancy and stuff? I definitely, like I said, would help with a dream. If I met someone, and he had a great business plan. He was already on his way to establishing himself. And, every once in a while, there's going to be a drawback when you're trying to. I worked as my own independent contractor and was self employed for almost 20 years, trying to raise my kids before I went ahead and just went back into the office. And I understand that there's, times where, it would be nice to just have additional assistance. But where they go with that assistance is, I guess what tells the tale and things. So I would help. I would help finance a dream, but I wouldn't be the sole, proprietor. I wouldn't be the only benefactor, the only person involved. And you have to have a huge investment of your own before I'm ever contributing and investing. Robin says it depends on the person. I don't loan because I always get bit in the butt. I don't loan either. I do expect it back if you say you're going to pay it back, but my mindset is always that it's not a loan. And the reason, like you said, so there's no disappointment. So you don't sit and think, I needed that. I wish I could have that back. Angie says Darcy is wanting to get married so bad she is pushing him away, and she cries about everything. I I seen for the reunion that Jesse is going to be there because of Darcy. That's her last guy. Sherry said, "Be right back. We gotta take the pups outside for their last potty." Well, we might as well tell Jeremy to take Trapper out for his as well. But going back to Angie, Darcy is another character on this show, 90 Day Fiance. Just so you guys know, we're talking about the same show and correlating it and tying it to online dating. And yes, I believe that you are right. Darcy is someone that has a twin sister, and Darcy is someone who has relied upon her looks all of her life. and she is used to getting things that she wants when she wants them. Darcy has hit a she has hit I think she's hit a period in her life where her age is beginning to show and it's beginning to shine through. So she can't be the hot chick in the club anymore. She looks like somebody's mama in the club. And it's hard for her. I think that's what she's dealing with. She cries all the time. She whines, she fusses. It's annoying. It's annoying to see a woman not have control, better control. I won't say not have, but just better control of herself at the age that she is. She's in her early or mid 40s or something like that. And I feel like she's at a point where her children are in their teens. Her and her sister share a house. Finances is not an issue. She's not a struggling single mom. She should be at a point where she can understand how she can embrace her, where she is in life and really have some fun. So she's online with these men. The first guy, his name is Jesse, and Jesse was in his 20s. And he was extremely controlling, and he would yell at her and tell her she needs to stop doing this. And she would just start crying like she was 10. So, I don't know. The other thing I don't get is how come all of the women have such younger men? Like, how come they're not dating someone in another country that's about their age? Trapper is sound asleep. Oh, okay. So I don't understand how come they're not dating someone that's a lot closer in age to them, because I feel like, it wouldn't be so much of obviously they met online and there's probably some, superficial, algorithm to, how come they're all attracted to these people and things like that. But the women are definitely, dating well outside of their, what I feel is their age realm. They are, and so if you're in your 50s, your late 40s, early 50s, and you're dating someone that's in their mid to late 20s, what do you think is the expectation? You're talking to the guy and you guys develop feelings, and yeah, you feel like you got to know him on a different level. But what was it that made him spend so much time communicating with you and vice versa? Because I feel like in of itself, it's already, he knows how old I am unless they lied. He knows how old I am, and I know certainly how old he is. What am I looking to get out of a relationship with someone that much younger, who hasn't lived, who hasn't, achieved maybe some of the successes and the level that I've achieved? What is it that I'm hoping to get out of that? And I'm quite sure, he has that same thought process. What can I get out of a relationship with her? So for me, I do think that all of them are in it for Asia wants out. Yes. Sleep of the just. What's out there, Robin? Uh-oh. So I didn't get that. Robin says, he is going to break your heart. Angie says, I think they think that they are so attractive to the younger guys that they just jump into a relationship because it boosts their confidence. That's right. Dessert. Okay. I do think that I don't know. I think that you're right on that, Robbins. That is like one of the big central themes when the women are older and the men are much younger. That's the one thing that they worry about. He's going to break my heart. He's going to break my heart. Can I trust that he really does feel this way? What do you think? What do you think is going to happen? Here's what I would do to solve all of that. We ain't going to do this K1, KY, whatever. I could can come here. I'll move here. How about that? That'll solve everything. Make that a suggestion and see what happens. See how strong these relationships become then. And then for the men are sending money. The men are taking care of these women down in their country. Like I said before, these women living like kings when you sending them 200 and 300, and they money is 20 cents to the dollar. Here you sending them a whole dollar, they get 5 times as much in their country as they could have gotten in the United States. That's a win-win. That's a come up, if you ask me. That's hood 101. But, we talking TV. And so because we're talking TV, again, the men, they're sending all of the money to the other country, and the women, they're living like queens. A lot of the women are under the impression, or their families are under the impression, that the men, because they sent all this money, they're rich over in the United States. They're not rich. They just, you get better value for the money over here. So the unfortunate aspect is, I'm addicted to the show. It continues to grow on me. But as I approach, dating, online dating, and all of that stuff is like fresh on my mind. It definitely is fresh on my mind. Robin says, he gonna leave you for that, for a younger model. Exactly. Nina says, again, sugar mamas having their cake and eating it too. And Angie was like, okay. She's laughing over there. I do, I definitely, like I said, I'm going to stay tuned because the show is good. It's not like, it's not good. Nina says, sounds like they are all mental. I just couldn't see doing all of that. I can't either at all. I mean, here's what I say whenever Caesar is on screen. What the heck is this woman saying that has him so hooked? Like, that's what I need to really understand is what is these words? Because they really are in love with just communication on a screen. They're not FaceTiming. They're not spending hours just looking at each other and things of that nature. These, some of them are, but not this guy, Caesar. So the whole point that I'm trying to really fathom is, what is it that he is in love with? Because every time they do show her saying something to him, it literally is a request for more money. Like, that's all she wants from him is money. And he figures a way. He goes and borrows it from his boss. He's in debt. The boss say, you're going to be working here forever. Can you come in Sunday instead? And yeah, I'll be in. Caesar works 6-7 days a week because he's in Hawk. He not working just 5 days. That's to pay the bills. He's working additional days because he's that much behind in things. He doesn't get tips. He can't get tips because he owes the boss. He borrows the money before he earns it in order to send it to her. And Caesar is very honest. He told his one friend, yeah, but we're back together. And he was like, look, the way I see it is, and the friend is like, I don't want to hear nothing else about this. I think she's using you. And Caesar's like, no. Here's what we have a plan. We have it all worked out. It's going to be a little bit different this time. Like, he is happy to part with his money. Very happy. I wish I found somebody like that could buy my diamond paintings like that. Just go ahead, part with the money, buy me buy me 10 diamond paintings. We can't do all 10 diamond paintings no time soon. It's nice to have the stash, and I sure would let him part with that money. Fill up the room. I could have a difficult time opening the door, but if he want to part with his money, they say a fool and his money are soon parted. So, yeah. And he has the right people in his ear, and he still spends it all on her. So Angie says, my mom went to dating sites for her age, but they all want younger women. And Robin says, that's even worse when you borrow money to give to a girl. Sheesh. Angie says that he lives off of ramen noodles. He does live off of ramen noodles. He does. And I don't know. I do think, that it is sad. I know what you mean when you say, they all want younger women. I do understand that aspect. I don't know what to say, at all. They come back to, here's what I will say, they'll come back to someone their own age when that one young woman that took him for all he had, left his butt on the side of the road, took off in the car he drove up in. How you gonna go pick somebody up in your ride and they drop your butt on the side of the road and take off in the ride that you went to pick them up in? So all them older men, all those older men that are looking for younger women, they do return when they walk back from the side of the road. That's it's unfortunate, but it's the truth. That's how life works, unfortunately. uh, so I just wanted to kind of rein in on that tonight because that show, love it. They got a new one starting on the 3rd of November. I've been trying to get all caught up. Next week, I think it's next week, they start the reunion show. The reunion shows, it's always a fight. Somebody always get kicked off the stage. Somebody don't show up because they got to bring them back the next day to continue the reunion show. So, I don't know how I ended up watching the show, but I am addicted. I don't watch any of I don't watch The Housewives. What else? I don't really watch any of those shows. I watch a lot of mystery, like Hallmark mysteries and movies. That's my favorite channel, and it's pretty much almost always on there. Anything Walker, anything Murder She Wrote. I watch a lot of older stuff, Chips and things. I have absolutely no idea how that station ended up in front of me one day, but it did, and I've been addicted. Any shows out there that are must-haves for you guys while you're diamond painting? Because it definitely makes it fun, and I'll sit here and be like, oh my God, no, she didn't. What? I'll be talking to the TV, and sometimes I feel like it talks back. Calm down, calm down. We about to bring it back. It ain't gone off for the rest of the week. Come on, we coming back. We got one more segment. So my mother, Robbins, my mom was watching Chips. She got this thing for Eric Estrada. Jerry Springer, does he even have a show still? Crystal says Grey's Anatomy. Angie says my sister set my mom with some guy who was a friend of my sister's husband's side. On my sister's husband's side. The date went bad. I felt bad for her. He talked to everyone. Oh, Angie, I don't want to hear that. That's not nice. Not nice at all. Well, Angie, did he still try and hit after the end of the date? Because that normally don't stop him. It could be the worst date on the face of the earth, and they could not want to be bothered with you. Soon as it's time for the date to end, they're still trying to, kiss, hug. You can go give me a little sugar, things like that. So, did he at least still try to connect? That would be crazy. But I've seen worse. I've seen it happen. Look at that. Well, I don't want to do that color. I'm trying to add color. All right. Boy, this right here, this is like just all over the place. A ton of confetti. No same color. There was nothing. Okay? There was nothing. Wow. I don't know what to say to that. But it wasn't meant to be. I would have probably got out the car like, whew, thank you. Sure, I would have made him feel like he missed out. Ooh, Lord. Well, sharing some of me with the right one, probably made some crazy comments and things. Yeah, because I'm crazy like that. Well, looks like I've been going for an hour and a half. I am going to wash my hands. I'm going to eat. And I'm going to go ahead and end the live. I definitely want to thank everybody for coming and for enjoying themselves, for sharing and chit-chatting with me. I know that I, made it a lot about diamond painting. Angie says, I told her I knew a few single guys where I live, and they are very nice, same age or close to it. I will set her up with these nice men. Nina says, good night, all. And Robin says, thank you for hosting. No problems. Hopefully you guys were able to get a lot of diamond painting done while we had a great, conversation. I know my, diamond painting is very addictive, as well as, talking sometimes about these shows. Robin says, hugs to all. I had a great time with you guys tonight. I really thank you for showing up and showing out and enjoying your time with me. I'll be back next Wednesday, same time. If you haven't subscribed, definitely subscribe. Make sure you hit the like button. The notification button so you can be notified. Just before I close out, Tia, great chat. I was laughing a lot. Thank you. Just so you guys know, look out for a couple of random videos. Like I said, I'm going to be doing a giveaway. The giveaway, obviously, I'm announcing it right now, but it will probably be somewhere near the second week of November. Because I still have to order the pins. I'm going to order, as I said before, 2 pins. It's going to be a standard traditional, and then I'm also going to do a pocket pal, so that anybody who's planning on traveling, they will be able to maybe incorporate a pocket pal into their travel, so you can see how handy dandy these are, and they're a little bit easier to tote and carry. Put them in a plastic bag and take your diamonds and your painting with you. The other thing, I do have an order coming in from Amazon, and I do plan to have a giveaway out of the canvases coming from that order as well. So just to kind of remind you guys to, make sure that you tune in, hit the notification bell as I upload. I do more of a scavenger hunt type of giveaway where you'll, receive your answers, collect them, and then you'll respond to one, big giveaway video, and then I'll pull the winners from there. But because I give away so much during a giveaway, I think I always enjoy making it fun. So thank you guys again for coming out. You guys all have a great rest of your evening. And thank you again to my mods. You guys were wonderful. Have a great night all. Night.